Hello, all my dear Aquarius friends. Oh, what a gorgeous forecast I have for you today. Um, First of all, let's jump in and get the Mercury retrograde stuff over. No, Mercury is not retrograde this month, but it is moving into the shadow of the retrograde this month on the 19th. Now, you know what that means. Mercury is not retrograde. It doesn't go retrograde on the 19th, it goes retrograde April 2nd. But it feels like it's retrograde because that's how it feels uh, when it moves into the shadow. Tra la la. Okay. So, can you start a new project when Mercury is in the shadow of the retrograde? Yes, you can, if you can get it off the ground, because it feels just like Mercury is already retro. Okay, you're not going to start a new project during the retrograde. I mean, I rebelled against that for years and tried to challenge it, and Mercury won. Let's just put it that way. So on the 19th, it's going to feel like Mercury is retrograde. It's not. Tie up your loose ends if you can. Do you need to move on the shadow? Do you need to start a new job while Mercury is in the shadow? Do it. But if you do anything when Mercury, unless you're tying up loose ends, um, but if you start a new project after April 2nd, it is more than likely going to fizzle out completely, or have to be redone during the year. I didn't make that part up. It is real. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on here. Venus and Mars have been in your first house. The first house is the physical body. Venus is love, and you have come through at least for a nice chunk of time being able to love yourself. If you love you, everybody loves you. They don't know what you got, but they know they want it. They feel it. They feel it coming from you. That's Venus in the first house. It's a time to beautify yourself. You know, if you've had purple hair for a while, you might want to change it to green. You know. Okay. And with that, Mars, the planet of action and energy, it's what you fight with and fight for. It's passion. It too has been in the first house. So you've really enjoyed you've liked yourself, you've loved yourself, and you've been able to leap forward, perhaps in a single bound, um, and you're feeling positive and good about yourself. On the 11th, Venus, which rules the natural second house, moves into the second house. What's the second house? Money. Good going. I do recommend buying a lottery ticket. You can't win if you don't play. Okay, so Venus moves into the second house. It brings money, it brings joy, it brings beauty, it brings all the good stuff. Mars on the 22nd moves into that second house. And I have seen over the years, I've been a practicing astrologer for, oh gosh, well, I started studying astrology in 1966. So when I tell you I've been through a couple of astrological cycles, I have. Um, Mars in the second house brings money because that's what is number one to you. That's what you're focused on. Now, you'll get it, you'll spend it. You'll get it, you'll spend it. But there's an ebb and a flow. It keeps flowing. And with Venus there, oh, beautiful. What's on your bucket list? Go for it. Now, the yellow planet is the sun, the giver of life, the center of our life. So you've got what's number one in your life, Mars in the second house of money, and the center of your life, the sun in the second house of money. Yeah, baby, it's really nice. On the 19th, the very day that Mercury moves into the shadow of the retrograde, the sun moves into your third house, and you've got super terrific ideas. Write, speak, communicate. Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, is also in that second house. And that's what you think about. Whatever you think about grows. So everything in this second house is trying to send you money. On the 9th, Mercury moves into the third house, which it rules. And you've got great ideas. Now, I don't know if you want to share them with other people, but you're certainly thinking about them, not the other people, your ideas. And just keep listening. Now, Jupiter, the greater benefic, is in your fourth house. Are you thinking of buying real estate, selling real estate, or just being with your family? Wherever Jupiter is, Jupiter brings blessings and expansion. How lovely. Now, we have a new moon on the 10th in 20 degrees of Pisces. It is in your second house on the new moon. Everything starts growing energy-wise. And so this is a time for money, to make money. That's the new moon. And as the energy grows, we head toward the full moon, which is on the 25th in 5 of Libra. And this full moon is a lunar eclipse. That makes it 10 times more powerful. I'm saying 10 times loosely. It's in your 9th house of the big picture. You're seeing the big picture, not the little details. The little details that you're talking about are down here. This is a wonderful time for higher education, to travel long distances. Really, really cool. When we have an eclipse, they usually occur in pairs. The next eclipse is in April, so be sure and touch base with me in April so that we can pair these two up. An eclipse is strongest 3 to 4 months after it occurs. So keep that in mind, and act on it accordingly, 3 to 4 months afterwards, assuming Mercury is not retrograde when you act on it. You know what I mean? First things first, Mercury retrograde. But this full moon, this lunar eclipse, expands your horizons beautifully. So I look forward to being with you next month. Actually, today is February 27th. So next month would be March, of course. Look forward to being with you in April when once again we start putting the pieces together and delivering a marvelous forecast. Till then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.